legs are definitely blowing into his face as he's going to take this one. So Wexford will be hoping to make as much use of this as they can. As Cian O'Connor comes off the field there for Wexford, his helmet seems to have been broken, so he has to get a replacement helmet. So we're going to be maybe pause for a couple of seconds as he gets that fixed up, but he's getting that fixed up, and Michael Jacob giving him a couple of last minute instructions as he runs back onto the field. So an early change of headgear there, but we're up and going again, and it'll be up to Harry Curley now to take this free out. So Harry comes down this near side of the field, but looks like there's going to be a Wexford man spotting that. That Wexford man looked to be Niall Furlong. Furlong did really well to gather that, then plays it back down from where it came from. That's over the top. This could be dangerous. Wexford, can they get onto this? Well picked up there by Joe Leary. Joe couldn't get that in his hand initially. Good defending by Dublin. It's still there, it's still on the ground, not coming up for either team too easy. Still there, still both teams fighting for a little bit of a ruck, and it's a Dublin man who comes away with it in the end. That squeezes out. That looks to be going out to Wheatley. Wheatley comes back inside, plays out kind of centrally, but does he give his player a chance? It was O'Tierney who trying to get onto that, but Wexford have turned it back over again through Carley. Carley puts that back outside. Again, there's a free coming in, and Wexford worked hard for that free. Referee just indicating there was a bit of a slap back, and it's going to be a free in, and this could be relatively scoreable. We saw it the last time Wexford got a free, went all the way into the back of the net, and now they have another chance to probably go for a point with this one, you'd imagine, and just trying to extend their lead again. 1-1 to no score, just coming up on 10 minutes, and it's Jason Rossiter who's going to take this one. Took one maybe a little bit closer in, but maybe a slightly harder angle earlier, and put that one wide. This one should be a bit more straightforward, but as you can see, the breeze, and we've mentioned it a few times already because it keeps changing. At the moment it's going into his face, so he puts a bit of power into that one. It goes relatively low, and he goes accurately. That's over the crossbar, and Jason Rossiter gets things up and going for him today. 1-2 now coming up on 10 minutes. 1-2 to no score in favour of the home side here as Harry Curley goes to puck this one out. He goes long this time over the far side of the field. It's dropping, well batted down. Great to see a bit of a bat going on, but Dublin have picked up the possession. They picked it up there through Joe Shepherd. He puts a good diagonal ball. Brilliant hands there, fantastic take in the air by the man who wasn't due to start, but look at the contribution he's made. Darragh Delaney came on, but he was just put under too much pressure there by Patrick Kinsella. Did really well to make the catch to Darragh Delaney, but again that goes wide, and by my count that's number 5 for Dublin inside this 10 minutes of this minor championship. That one takes a bit of a deflection off to Hurley. Where's it going to go? There's a race on here. Who has it? It looks like the Dublin man is favoured to get this. Wheatley goes to the ground, though the ball is still there, and eventually squirms out over the line. We're going to have a line ball to Wexford, and it's going to be Jack Dunn who's going to take this one. So Jack, that's the 21-yard line there in front of him. Be a lot to expect for a minor to knock this over the bar. Who knows though? Has he got in the locker? Will he go short? What will they have worked? This is something they would have practiced in training. So here goes Wexford. They're 1-2 to no score up, coming up on 11 minutes. Nice connection with Downs. He sends it across the field there. Jack Dunn. Few hands go for a few hurries go. It's going to come to O'Connor. We mentioned he changed his helmet a couple of minutes ago. And that one, he just kind of hit it in a hurry on the swivel, and that one goes wide. So the scoreboard remains unchanged. We mentioned Michael Jacob is the Wexford manager. His sister Helena is also involved, of course, a fine camogie player, and Ursula Jacob, his sister, is also here in front of us. Another, just that dynasty of a GAA family, more All-Ireland medals, and I suppose a lot of the people around the country in that one house alone. So it's going to be a free to Wexford on the far side of their field, or is it a line ball? Either way, across comes Jack Dunn to take it. Jack took a line ball here a little bit closer to the goal a few minutes ago, and now he's going again, makes a good connection on that. There's a nice scalp on that as it goes inside. There's a Wexford man, has that ball in his hand. Again, it's O'Connor. Again, he's kind of impeded as he takes that. He was on one foot, he was turning away from goal, didn't make the connection he would have liked, and it's back as far as Dargan now, the Dublin full back. Takes a little unorthodox route there as he comes back inside. Has he lost the ball? Looks like he has. It's into Rossiter now. Rossiter, 2 Dublin men come in on top of him. He puts that one dangerously across. Who's getting onto it? It's still there. There's still a chance of a score. Good work inside. Has eventually gone out for a 65. As Colin Carley came in on Harry Curley, just wouldn't let him get it out. That ball could have easily slipped into the back of the net, but instead it goes out for a 65, and Dublin can breathe a sigh of relief there for a second. Dublin, as I mentioned, played awfully in their first game. They won that 4-18 to 19 points. That was an 11-point win. Wexford, they played Kerry in their first round. They won that one by 28 points, 5-21 to 8 points. So both teams know they have a bigger challenge in front of them today. So we have the 65. The referee is just making sure everything is ordered. The linesman there is making sure it's taken in the right spot, and it's going to be Jamie Doyle to take this one. Relatively central. It'll be all about the accuracy here. You imagine the power shouldn't be an issue, but then again, as we mentioned a few times, the breeze has been fairly inconsistent. Who knows what it'll do? That one goes high. Distance won't be the issue, it'll be accuracy. Was it accurate? The umpire are making the long march over to the white flag, and that one goes over the bar. That's another fine score for Jamie Doyle. He was on the extended minor panel last year. You can see that bit of experience in him. Got 2 last day against Kerry, one of them from a free. Wexford have won this again, and they're on the attack again, and again this that man Jamie Doyle. Lovely stick pass inside as far as O'Leary. O'Leary goes to ground. The home support don't like that. They say it was a push, but match referee here, Alan Keenan, says play on. But Wexford might have another chance, but that one squirms out and goes out for a line ball on the far side of the field. And it looks like Micheál O'Tiernig is on the ground receiving a bit of attention. And we might have a slight pause in this as Dublin, they have won the line ball on the far side of the field. They're yet to score in this game. 1-3 to no score, coming up on 14 minutes gone in this round 2 clash of Group 1. It's 2 groups in Tier 1 in the minor championship. Group 1, this group contains Wexford, Dublin, Offaly and Kerry, and Kilkenny, Antrim, Laois and Galway are in the other. If you top the group, you go straight into the semi-finals. If you come second, you go into the quarter-finals, and if you come third, you go into the preliminary quarter-finals. If you finish bottom of the group, that's the end of the hurling for you for the year. But it's all about just getting game time into these young lads, giving them a chance to play on the big stage like here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. And now Dublin have a free here right in front of our commentary position between the 65 and the 45. They'll be hoping to open their account here, but it won't be easy. Again, everything is put into that. Is it accurate? Again, there it is, the opening score of the day for Dublin. They'll be happy to get off the mark and get things up and going. They'll feel if we can get one score like that, we'd get going again. So Dublin get off the mark, and that's a good score by David Purcell. And he'll hope that's the start of things to come. And that drops again. Where's it going to go? It's on the ground. A couple of players come on for hands. Wexford, who were very fortuitous as they got into that driving forward there, is done. Jack Dunn goes to ground. The referee says play on, and very gratefully William Wheatley picks that up, and William is fouled as he comes out. A high tackle around the neck, says the referee, and it's going to be free out. But there was danger. You could feel a sense of excitement in the stand here as Jack Dunn bore down on goals, but he lost possession at the very last moment, lost his footing as well, and it's going to be a free out now. Halfway through this first half, that one is dropping around to 45, still in the air, but a juggling to go on. Well spotted there, followed that the whole way into Kinsella. Kinsella's fouled as he's coming out though. Another high tackle, says the referee. He's been very consistent on that, doesn't want to see any of that going on. So Jack Dunn is going to take this free. He requested someone bring in a towel to him so he can dry off the hurley, which would suggest he's going to put everything he has into this and drop it in around the square, or even go for the score if he can put enough welly on it. Connection wasn't fantastic, but it's still going the right way, and it's gone into a Wexford hand. That hand is Carley. Carley has it now. Carley goes back on the back fuzz. He takes this strike. Was it accurate? It's not. It's a long way wide in the end, unfortunately, from Colin's point of view. But Wexford do look dangerous, and they have dominated possession so far in this game. Dublin were on top in the opening, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, got plenty of chances, didn't really convert to any of them. Their only score today coming from that David Purcell free a few moments ago. Wexford now in possession of the ball through Rourke. Rourke plays that down the line. There is a bit of space. Can Wexford exploit it? That's dropping there. They're again aiming to try and play that into their pacey corner forwards, who have done a bit of damage when they've got the ball. This one is just stuck in the mud now here. So the match referee says we'll just throw in the ball here. Alan Keenan of Offaly takes the ball in his hand now and he's going to throw it in. Often hard to get the players to move away and form a proper throw-in ball, but they might have got away with it now here. We haven't, in fact. The usual story there. Colin Carley is going in for this against Joe Shepherd, and who's going to come out with it? It's the Wexford man initially has it. It's still there though, still no clean possession just yet, but Wexford have that one. Good stick pass back outside as far as Furlong. Furlong plays that across the field, just doesn't go to hand, but Wexford still may have a chance here as there a bit of space here in front of us. That one is taken one way, then the other. Still Wexford on the ball. That one goes back outside, back to Furlong. Furlong planted his feet as he struck that. That one's gone in. The Dublin fullback went to ground and the ball went wide. Luke Mooney was having a bit of a jostle inside. He ended up on the ground, but he'd be happy when he looked up and saw that one went wide. Still 1-3 to a point. 17, just over 17 minutes gone here in this first half. Good ball. Dublin really worked on that puck out there as they managed to work it up through the hands. Now there's a chance of a score. There's a couple of players shout for it inside, but it looks like Purcell's going to take it on himself. Purcell goes back to get a bit of space. Again, he's on the back foot as he struck that, but will he make light of that situation? Looks like he has. David Purcell is off. That's his first score from play. He had a score from a free a few minutes ago, and now he has one from play. That's 2 for him and 2 for Dublin. So Paddy Quigley, we haven't seen a huge amount of him having to puck out the ball too many times, but here he is now. And again, he gets plenty of purchase on that one. 4 or 5 players watch that one as that one comes back down to planet Earth. Now it is back down and Dublin have it, trying to come out there. Big strong tackle coming in there from Sean Hyland. The referee says it was too strong though, and it's going to be a free to Dublin. As we're going to probably have another pause here as a Dublin player possibly receives a bit of treatment. He felt that high tackle there from Hyland. Looks to be Micheál O'Tierney felt that one and he's down, and the medics are in with him there just to make sure he's okay to get up and play on. And when we do recommence, it will be David Purcell, the Kilmacrokes man, will take this one. David got 2-9 the last day out against Offaly. 6 frees and 2 65s were included in that haul. But you'd imagine his confidence will be sky high, and he is 2 today already for Dublin. From a Dublin point of view, they won't like that he was the only scorer, but they will like the fact that he seems to be coming into the game more in the last few minutes. From a Wexford point of view, if you're just joining us, they're 1-3. Jamie Doyle has been the man for them, and Jason Rossiter, they're the scorers for Wexford, as it's going to be David Purcell to take this one. They're the 265 lines he's in between. The breeze is probably with him, but it is going down diagonally into the far corner from where he's standing. Is he going to go for the score? Is he going to drop it in the house? Here we go. He puts again as much as he can behind that, but it looks to be heading to the right. Can it be kept in? Takes a few deflections. Think that may have hit off the Wexford defender last. The umpire doesn't agree though. He said it went straight wide. A few people protesting that here in front of us, but it's the umpire's decision is final. The referee agrees with him, and we're going to have a puck out, and that registers for another wide for Dublin. So Paddy Quigley again aiming for that same kind of channel again, looking for Jack Nolan. Jack got a touch on that and it's kind of squirted out. Here's it gone now. Plenty of Dublin men around this. They look to have the strength in numbers here, as well picked up there by O'Kelly. O'Kelly gives that back. Good attempt at a block there by Jack Nolan. Stop that one being cleared. It's still there. Dublin still have it. Flying out there through Murphy again. Murphy tries to feed it forward. He gets it as far as Kilduff. Kilduff gives it on to Daniel O'Kelly, who started this whole thing. He rides a couple of hefty challenges before giving it back to Kilduff. Brilliant hands there. Great take there by O'Tierney. Unfortunately, from his point of view, he stepped out, or the ball stepped out over the line. Whatever about him stepping out, that would have been okay, but he took the ball with him, and it is going to be a line ball to Wexford. And they feel they got out of jail a small bit there, as that one was struck over the bar. But we're going to go back now, and it is going to be a line ball to Niall Furlong. The Buffers alley man, Jewel Star, of course, Jewel County Minor this year. He's actually the captain of the Wexford Minors this year as well. That one's a good, fine strike down the line. Maybe a bit of a pull there by William Wheatley. He gets away with it. That one works back as far as Costello now. Costello definitely got pushed that time. He's gone to ground, and it's going to be a free out. The Wexford backroom team and selectors and JJ Doyle and a couple of other people here near our commentary position, they didn't like that. I don't think they appreciated him giving away a foul like that. So the ball is left in across, it's dropping around the edge of the D. Who's getting onto that? It's not really one clean. It looks like again Wexford have it. They've managed to clear their lines. Maybe that was a good pass into a bit of space in there as far as Rourke, the team captain, goes one way, then the other, plays into a bit of space, plays that high over the top, trying to get in as far as O'Connor. O'Connor had a couple of attempts there earlier in the game, yet to score though. And on this occasion he's fouled his man, and it's going to be a free out. 9 minutes left in this first half. Dublin have really come into it in the last few minutes, I suppose. Still there, looking up at that scoreboard and seeing they're 1-3 to 2 points down. That one is a big one in as far as Dara Delaney. Dara Delaney couldn't get it in his hand, and Wexford are defending him well, but he gets it on the second attempt. Now Dara, he steadies them into his left hand. Brilliant block there. Brilliant block down by Patrick Kinsella. That was a score-stopping block, and that is picked directly off the ground, says the match referee. Dara Kilduff thought he was away. He got his shot off, when the referee says no, you picked that clean off the ground. But just going back to that block a minute ago, Patrick Kinsella was brave, went in there with the hurley and stopped that one, because it was heading between the post and over the crossbar. Jack Dunn now, who's been busy today. It's good to see him back. He came off with about 3 minutes to go in the first round, but he shook off that injury to start here today. That one is dropping again, rather fortuitously. I don't think the Dublin man realised there was a Wexford man behind him. He was nearly hooked, but managed to get 10 or 15 yards on the clearance either way. And now it's gone out, and it's going to be a line ball to Wexford. Going to be Jamie Doyle to take this when he's told to come back a few feet to where the ball actually went out. Looking around, there isn't a huge amount of movement. He does spot someone inside, but I think he lifted his head to try and spot the run. Didn't make the best connection with the ball. Only goes 4 or 5 yards. Good work for him. Try and get this one back and stop it. Dublin coming out, but Dublin look like they've managed to do just that, as that one is cleared up the line again. They're trying to get up to Delaney. Delaney does well. Oh, he learned from his mistake the last time. A real piece of ingenuity there, but just doesn't manage to pull it off. You could see what he was trying, and the Dublin management will like that, to see him trying new things. The last time when he caught it, he ended up over the line. This time he almost tried to palm it inside for himself, but again, unfortunately, the ball made it over the line. But he only needs to get lucky once, he'll feel. The defenders need to be on top of him at all times. 1-3 to 2 points. Another couple of scores for Dublin going into half time could change the complexion of this game, as the same with Wexford. They haven't scored for the last few minutes. It does feel like Dublin have come into it a lot more since then, but every game ebbs and flows. And we've got about 7 minutes left of this first half. We've got a free now to, or a line ball to Jack Dunn. Jack looking around him, trying to see is there anyone making an obvious run for him. It's not too obvious, so he just goes as hard as he can. Doesn't go a huge distance, but Highland looks like he has it, but he's been turned over, and that one is cleared into a bit of space, and it looks like Wexford have the numbers back here. That one is very easily gobbled up and cleared down again by Rourke. He's looking down the line to try and play that into someone again. Just doesn't, not the most accurate of balls down, and again looks like Dublin have enough numbers back there, and it's picked up by Shepherd, but Shepherd has lost it just as he's about to clear it. It's still there, just inside the 45. If Wexford can pick this one up, you'd imagine it could be a score on, but Dublin just look to have enough men there charging out. That one is left down out to the side, out as far as Kilduff. Then it's eventually cleared by Murphy. Murphy goes across the field, well taken. He was all on his own, Ben Harper. Nearly had too much time, but he gets it on the second attempt. Plays it on then as far as Doran Daly O'Toole. Daly O'Toole still has it. He plays that one forward as far as Carley. Now Carley goes to ground on this occasion. The referee says play on, there was no foul there. It's still there. Looks like Wexford still have possession. Neat little pick up there in the far side of the field. Fed back then as far as Carley. Carley is going forward. They're heading towards the goal zone. Now there's a chance of a score. It's a good hand pass inside. Oh, something we don't see enough in the senior game. A lot of people will say the referee has decided that was a throw. Other people might argue it was a brilliant hand pass into space. A lot of Limerick people would argue that, I'm sure. But that one was spotted by the match referee, and we're going to go back. So instead of Wexford having a goal chance there, we're going to have a chance for Dublin now to clear their lines. And that one is played low trajectory into a bit of space. Out there in front is David Purcell. He has 2 points already today. One from a free, one from a play. Brilliant pass inside. He had a runner on him. Now Dublin bearing down a goal. Is there a chance of a goal here? They're going forward. What an individual effort. Conor Newton took it up from maybe 30 yards out. Went one way, then the other. Then straight off the stick and into the back of the net. What a finish. Conor Newton, there wasn't a huge amount down when he picked up the ball, you could argue, but he had the confidence to take that on, and he finds the net. And look at the scoreboard now, 1-3 to 1-2, just 5 minutes left of this first half, and he has brought this game to life. But Wexford will want to get the next score. They'll have felt a bit of a sting from that one as Highland picks it up. Now Highland has a bit of space, directly off the stick again, plays that down into the corner, in down there as far as O'Leary. O'Leary was lively in the first 10 minutes, but he went out of it after that. And the referee decided it was a foul. He has been pretty sharp on that kind of, I suppose, what would you call it, chop down. And he's gone back, and it's going to be a free, and this should be relatively scoreable for Wexford to give them a chance to just, I suppose, compose themselves after conceding that goal there from Conor Newton. His grandfather, of course, is a former ex-chair of the county board, Sean Shanley. He's here today, and he was delighted to see his grandson finish that to the back of the net. So Jason Rossiter already has a point today. You'd expect him to get this one. Wexford will feel they need this one just to steady the ship a small bit. So here goes the old Artabala man. We mentioned a few famous faces in the crowd. Another famous one, Martin Story, came in there just before throw-in, trying to see what's going on into the future of Wexford hurling, and it looks bright. Jason Rossiter knocks that one over the bar. 2 points for him now, and Wexford just get a small little bit of comfort there to go 2 points clear with 3.5 minutes left in this first half. Harry Curley. Harry goes long over the 265. It's dropping to a Dublin man, but then a stick came in late and it's knocked out. It's going to be a line ball. It came off a Wexford hurley. I think it was Kieran Doyle who was the last one to touch that, and it goes out, and it's going to be Joe Shepherd now to take this line ball between the 265s. Goes in his left hand side, gets a nice decent connection across the field. Well, looks like it was well read there by the Wexford man. That Wexford man is Doran Daly O'Toole. He has a man in his back, he's looking for some support. Goes back as far as Jack Dunn. Jack Dunn plays that into the corner again. It's 3-on-3 inside there. It could be danger if Wexford can get onto this. Now O'Connor has it. O'Connor comes back inside, decides to play it out. The referee says he took too many steps. It looked like Keane O'Connor couldn't decide, will I pass it, will I shoot, what will I do? Maybe his confidence is slightly down from earlier in this game when he had 2 shots and he didn't score either of them, but He was just caught in two minds there, and it's going to be a free out now. That one's quickly taken by Dublin. That one is played down into the corner over there towards O'Kelly. O'Kelly doesn't get it. It's picked up by Furlong. Furlong plays that not the most accurate of ball, and it's easily gobbled up there by Ryan Murphy. He plays a dangerous one inside. It's 2-on-2 inside here. It looks like the Dublin men are going to get onto this. There might be a chance of another score. Goes back inside. It's that man who got the goal a few minutes ago. It's Conor Newton. Conor has it. He's looking for some support. Dangerous one across the field. Maybe too much on that one. Dara Delaney does get onto it eventually. He's been well marshalled over there by Patrick Kinsella. Still Delaney's been pushed out to the line. Now is there a chance of a score? All the way over here from David Purcell. Out by the side. It'll be an outrageous effort if that goes over. Oh, look, has he got it? Yes, he has. What a score from David Purcell. That's number 3 from today. If you saw that at a senior inter-county level, you'd be applauding. And they're applauding here today in Chadwick's Wexford Park. 1-4 to 1-3. 28 minutes and 15 seconds is what the clock here in Chadwick's Wexford Park says. This game has really come to life. Just 1 point in it now, and you'll be a brave person to call it. That one is dropping again. Who's going to answer? Looks like, oh, it could have went either way there, but it looks like Dublin now have it. Just trying to run it out. Been well marshalled there. 2 Wexford men on his back, but he managed to just get enough on that to stop any forward momentum from a Wexford point of view. Kick back inside there. Again, working really hard as Jack Dunn. That one just squirts out to Conor Newton, whose confidence must be through the roof at the moment. He turned and struck that, but it's just going to go harmlessly wide in the end. Conor got 1-2 the last day out. He's got a goal here today, and he's been fairly instrumental, especially in the last 6 or 7 minutes or so. That one is dropping again. 2 Dublin players go up. They both fall, and it's a Wexford man who picks up the scraps. He says thank you very much for that as he plays that down into the corner. Now a couple of Wexford men run for that. One of them is Jack Nolan. Can Jack get to that? No, he's beaten on this occasion over there by Murphy. Murphy has lost his footing. He's gone to ground. The referee keeps his whistle quiet on this occasion. Nothing been done about it just yet. Still a bit of a ruck for him. Eventually he says, yeah, I've seen enough of that ruck. I'm going to throw in the ball here. And we've about 40 seconds left of normal time of this first half. He's having a bit of a word there with one of the Wexford players. That player is Jason Rossiter. I think he was just telling him here, you steady up for the throw-in. So it's Murphy and Rossiter go in for this one, and he's trying to tell the rest of the players go back. Not an easy job. He hasn't even dropped it yet. They're both swinging at each other. Both just so eager to get onto this. They know this game is in the melting pot at the moment, and it's a Dublin man who's going to come away with that. It looks to be Costello. He clears that up the line. Good block there again coming in. There's nothing easy coming in this game. There's hooks, blocks, tackles flying in from every direction. So if you're getting the ball away clear, you've had to work for it. And we maybe have a change of line ball taker here. It looks like Jason Rossiter is going to take this himself. He scored 2 today, both coming from frees. He gets a lovely connection on that. That one is an inviting ball across the square. Who's going to get onto it? It looks like Dublin just have the numbers there to stop Wexford doing that. And Murphy is the one who's going to clear this out again. He's been a rock back there for the first half an hour or so as he plays that into space. Dublin don't really have enough men here in an attacking zone, and Wexford easily clear that one through Rourke. Good ball down the line and plenty of space. Well taken. Good hands there. And another chance for Wexford to get a score. Has that got enough distance? Has it got enough accuracy? Yes, it has. That is a fine score to get just before the break. And we'll leave the Wexford crowd feeling good going in at half time. Good ball, good hands. And a great finish there eventually by Jamie Doyle. We're hearing from the PA here, which is good and strong. No bother hearing it. 2 minutes to be added on here in Chadwick's Wexford Park as that one is dropping down again. Who's going to get onto that? It looks like Harper maybe of Wexford had it, but he's lost it. Wexford get the momentum, get the forward swing from this one, and hold on, there's an unusual pass. We go all the way back to the goalie, Paddy Quigley. I don't know how happy he'll be about that, but he had time and space, was able to pick out his pass, and he goes across the field and drops that about 70 yards. But there's 2 Dublin men there and 1 Wexford man. 1 Dublin man there is Micheál O'Tiernig. He gets it now and plays that down. He's looking for David Purcell, who has 3 points in today's game already. He's been stood up there by Kieran Doyle. Out comes Purcell, makes the angle a little bit easier himself. Has he got this one? He hasn't. He scored an even harder one a few minutes ago. That one looks slightly easier, but on this occasion it goes to the right and wide for the Dublin man. 1-5 to 1-3 here. We're gone over the 30 minutes. We're expecting another couple of seconds in this one, and no one will want it then because it's been a really good game of hurling so far. That one is knocked out, and it's going to be a line ball to Wexford. Across the take, it looks like comes Jack Dunn. Jack, who's been up and down the field, marshalling that sideline as much as any. He's taking a lot of sidelines here today, but here goes Jack. That's a good ball. The referee says I've seen enough. 1-5 to 1-3 in favour of the home team, but they've got it. They haven't got any of that easy. In fairness, Wexford probably started off the better. They got that goal, then came back into David Purcell has come alive. He's got the 3 points. Connor Newton getting that fantastic goal. So the half-time score here in Chadwick's Wexford Park is Wexford 1-5, Dublin 1-3. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with full coverage of the second half shortly. Welcome back to Chadwick's Wexford Park for the second half of this minor Tier 1 Group 1 Round 2 game. Dublin against Wexford. Wexford leading at half time. Wexford 1-5, Dublin 1-3. Jamie Doyle being the star of the show scoring wise from a Wexford point of view with 1-3. The goal coming, if you're just joining us, from a 65 that dropped in around the house. Harry Curley in the Dublin goal seemed to get his hand on it and then just lost it at the last minute and ended up in the back of the net. The Dublin goal coming from Conor Newton was something you might see back plenty of times over the next couple of days. A great individual effort, picked it up about 30 yards out, ran through on goals and finished it to the back of the net. We're nearly ready to go here for the second half. Doesn't seem to be any changes on either side just yet. We're keeping an eye out to see, can we see any big numbers that we didn't see from the first half. Don't see too many just yet, but we'll bring you any changes as we do get them. The referee, I think, is just getting the same information there as well. He's just asking, is there any changes to be made for this second half? But we don't seem to have got any yet, so I think the referee is going to throw in the ball. He'd say he wants to do it fairly lively as both teams are getting to know each other there in the middle of the field. A bit of jostling going on. He throws it in quickly and then runs for his life a small bit as Dublin get on the attack there straight away. It looked like Micheál Tiernig went to ground. Has he got a second chance to get it? It's pulled away there by Carley. He sends that across the field, and there is one change. It looks like Wexford have number 19 onto the field. That is Liam Cooney. He has come on with Dublin on the attack as they drive forward here. It's Delaney on the ball. But it's not. In fact, it's the number 24 who's also come on. Doesn't make a full decent connection with that. And Wexford still live to fight another day. Ronan O'Neill looks like he has come on there for Dublin, and he was straight into the action as he came flying down there. Now there's another chance coming down the field. Ronan O'Neill, we just mentioned there, came on, number 24 for Dublin, and number 19 Liam Cooney for Wexford. Bit of a ruck developing there in the middle of the field, or around at 45 I should say, as Dublin come out there. Good hard working from Mooney. Mooney has that, plays it down the line. There is a bit of space, but it's not going to get there as Rourke picks it up. The Wexford team captain charging out of his own defence. Little hand pass forward. Wexford now working the ball up the line. Good bit of play in as far as Jack Nolan. Jack Nolan goes across. There is a bit of space there for Doyle. Jamie Doyle has it now, cuts inside. Two Dublin men try to close him down. They manage to do that. The ball squirts out there as far as Hyland now. Sean Hyland goes one way then the other, trying to get the shot off. Plays into Carley. Very unorthodox style approach, but it's working. Here goes Carley, bearing down a goal again. The Dublin men come in around him, and the referee, much to the displeasure here of the home crowd, it has been decided it was taking too many steps there by the Wexford man. There was 3 or 4 Dublin players came in on top of him. He felt he had no choice, only to take them couple of steps, but the referee said he felt no choice because he had taken too many steps. I have to give a free against you. So it's a free out now, and it's going to be taken by Harry Curley. So 1-5 to 1-3. No score yet in this second half. Curley goes with that one, keeps it to the left down here. Brilliantly taken. What a take out of the air. Under these conditions, that is no easy feat, as that one goes out to Micheál Tiernig, and that one is dropping in. It's dangerous. Oh, a couple of hands went up for that. It didn't make a serious connection and went all the way in to Paddy Gweekly, who picks that one up. And as I say, a pair of hands back there and clears it out, but Dublin have picked it up back through their centre back, William Wheatley. Wheatley turns and plays that down. He's trying to play that into Newton. Newton does get it, one hand on the hurley. There's a runner inside if he spots him. That man was Daniel O'Kelly. Has he spotted? Still Newton on the ball. Newton driving forward, ball on the stick, plays it inside. He plays it into Daniel O'Kelly, who's been waiting for it for a few seconds now. He picks it up. He's going back across the goal. That's a dangerous one. Is there going to be a Dublin player there? Now Dublin have a chance. Going forward, pulled, just misses the pull in the air. It's still there. It's gone out for a wide ball. There was a real chance there. It looked like Callum Graham, who's come back onto the field, he's wearing number 15, that looked to be, he was bearing down a goal. The ball bounced from him, he seemed to pull in it but just didn't make the connection. And now there's a bit of a discussion I think going on between the linesman and the umpire, but I think it's been decided it was a wide ball anyway, and we can confirm that Callum Graham has come on. He's wearing number 15, so Dublin have made a couple of changes there at half time, it looks like. So 15 has come on in place of Dara Delaney, and 24, who we just mentioned was Ronan O'Neill, has come on instead of Liam Dargan. So there are the couple of changes as we have got them now. And we're up and going again. There's the one change for Wexford on the ball now. Liam Cooney going forward. He plays that one on, and there is a chance for Wexford. The shot is eventually coming in from around the, in between the 45 and the D, but either way it goes to the right and wide. So Harry Curley takes his time to take this puck out. He wants to find a man in a Dublin jersey doesn't manage to find him on this occasion. The ball is still there, and Wexford are the ones who have it. They're driving out there. Good strong work there by Harper. He received a couple of big tackles there. The referee says no, play on. He lost his hurdle, he lost the ball, he lost his footing, he lost everyone, but the referee says no, play on, and it's Dublin now come on the attack. That one is worked down inside as far as Kilduff has lost it now. A big shoulder coming in there. The crowd like that. Two big shoulders. The referee says they're fair. The crowd here have different opinions on it. The Dublin men are in there. Rourke is back up on his feet. He felt that one. A big hit there came in. It looked to be from Micheál O'Tiernig, the manager of the Dublin side, delighted down. The Wexford team not so happy, and their supporters. But the match referee today, Alan Keenan, decided that was fair. And we're going to restart with a line ball coming from Daniel O'Kelly. Daniel plays out into a bit of space. Good lofted ball across there. It's going to be picked up by David Purcell. David has 3 points from that first half, trying to pick that up with his 2 feet. Doesn't manage to get it, and Wexford look like they have numbers over there in the far side of the field. Niall Furlong dances out of 2 tackles there for giving a clever hand pass inside as far as Patrick Kinsella then plays that up the line. It's over a couple of players' head. William Wheatley, the number 6 there for Dublin, trying to get onto that. He doesn't get it, but it's going back as far as Papalardo now. Papalardo has that. He's lost his footing as well as the rain starts to come down here in Chadwick's Wexford Park, and the home side cheer that one as they've won themselves a free in potentially a scoring position. It's just outside the 45 and gives them maybe a chance to get the opening score of the second half. It's going to be Jamie Doyle to take it. Jamie has 1-3 from the first half. His goal coming from a free in a similar enough position, like that one dropped in. Harry Curry looked to be behind it, but then just dropped it in at the last minute. Will Jamie go for something similar for here? Will he go more the direct route and put that over the bar? Drop it again, and this time Harry has learned from his mistake in the first half. Really cool there from Harry. Gathered that, full confidence, and played it out. But now Wexford have turned it over and they're driving forward here. O'Leary has support inside. That support is coming from Highland. Highland now runs into a blue and navy wall there, and it comes back as far as O'Connor. O'Connor now, awkward looking strike, but it's gone over the bar, and that is the main thing. Keane O'Connor is off the mark for the day. He had a couple of chances in the first half. It didn't go his way, but this one does, and Wexford will be happy to have worked something from that, as they've had the ball for a few minutes down there, and now they have a score. Harry Curley again trying to hurley. Nightmarish conditions here for a goalie, the way the ball is so wet, slipping around like a bar of soap as the rain starts to come down here in this second half. Dublin have made another substitution there. We'll try and keep an eye on that in a couple of minutes' time when we get confirmation of that. But it's now Dublin who have the ball and they're driving out. It's their number 24 who's not on too long. Ronan O'Neill plays that across the field into a bit of space down into the corner. Now look at the pacey man who's onto it. That man, of course, is Callum Graham. Callum Graham goes back out the field. Good, well held there, out as far as Kilduff. Kilduff plays that down again. Dublin have plenty of runners coming in different angles. They go across the field or down. It's dropping inside. It's 1-on-1 inside. The Dublin man, that Dublin man inside there was trying to do well. Newton just couldn't get onto it on this occasion. And Wexford have enough men back there. Niall Furlong is one of those men, plays that inside. Maybe a slightly rushed clearance. Rourke didn't thank him from that, but he controlled it well and tried to come out, but 2 Dubs come in on top of him, and Wexford still have it, and that's going to be a free out. Another high tackle coming in there as the Wexford man was trying to get away. And it just gives them again another chance to settle themselves a little bit. They're 3 points up. They're doing okay, but Dublin have real potential, real firepower inside there. We saw one into Newton there. His goal from the first half would give nightmares to any defenders. That one is dropping down there around the 45. Dublin do well. Joe Shepherd picks that one up, shrugs off 2 tackles before giving a good ball there inside. So another new man onto the field. That Dublin number 23 who's not on too long either. Frica Lupton, that looks like, and that's inside. Now there's a chance for Purcell. Purcell has it one way, then the other. Still Purcell bearing down and goals. Is he going for the net? Yes, he is. Well saved. Brilliant save there in the Wexford goals by Paddy Quigley. The shot was hard. It may have been maybe a little bit central, made it slightly easier for him, but he still stood up to it. The goal was on. David Purcell was thinking about one thing, but Paddy Quigley made sure that didn't happen. The ball now is resting between the 2 65s. No change to that scoreboard as a result of that attack. 1-6 to 1-3. 38 minutes gone. So Lupton, the man I just mentioned, number 23 for Dublin, who has come on. The man from good counsel, Liffey Gales. Now we're between the 2 65s again. Ball, no one really in possession of it just yet, but then it looks like Wexford come out through Jack Dunn. Father, as we mentioned, 3 times All-Star. He feeds that one back outside, back as far as Liam Cooney. Cooney puts that one, a dangerous one, it's dropping in around the house. And again, Harry Curley, who has really redeemed himself. He might have dropped one earlier, but now he's been caught again, has he? 3 Wexford men come in around him. Curley is out of his goals, but there is a man back standing on the line, and Dublin do well. Another Another infringement there by the Wexford defence, or the Wexford forwards is trying to get in there, and the chop down, the referee says it's going to be a free out, and Harry Curley will be happy with that one. Again, he spotted that one. The Dublin goalie steadied themselves and gave his side a chance just to get men back, and they did. They've got themselves a free. That isn't an accurate one though. It's well taken there by Daly O'Toole. Daly O'Toole then feeds that one on. Good ball, good intelligent play there by Carley. Shrugs off a man off his back. He's still going. Carley shards on the grip of the hurdy. Lovely block there came in by Luke Mooney. Stopped that one because that was heading over the crossbar. Another high tackle comes in there. The referee played advantage. There wasn't much advantage accruing there as Micheál O'Tierney was herring down the line. A tackle came in around the neck. And we're going to go back and pause a little for a couple of seconds anyway to gather our breath for a second, as it's going to be a free out to Dublin. Joe Shepherd, the man from Clontarf, now to take this one. There's a couple of runners inside diagonally across the field. He actually changed his mind maybe, as he went straight down to line to this one. On to Newton now, the goal scorer from the first half. Takes a couple of steps on the Hurley, or tips that off the Hurley. And that one went right down the throat of the Wexford defence. No bother whatsoever there to clear that one out. Rourke just played that up the line and right back to the other number 6. That other number 6 is William Wheatley. Wheatley plays that down the line, trying to get it in as far as David Purcell. David Purcell does a little bit of aerial gymnastics as he brings that down. There is support inside. Purcell is going to go on his own. The referee has his hand up. He's won his side of free. He worked hard for that one. A couple of big tackles came in. He managed to hold them off, go forward, bear down and go out, and the referee decided, yeah, I've seen enough, that's going to be a free in. And potentially, is there a card coming here? The referee has his hand in the air there. I'm not sure what he was indicating from this distance, the way it's hard to tell. But I think there is going to be a Wexford man receiving a card here regardless. And so it is the Wexford fullback, Kieran Doyle, vice captain of the team, second year involved with the minors. He felt he had no choice there when he bring down David Purcell. David, who had 3 points in that first half. One from right out by the sideline. Now he's a chance to open his account here in the second half as the rain has stopped and the sun is out, and the weather really has been hugely changeable here today. David Purcell just checking the breeze. You'll probably find that it's kind of calm right now actually, so this will suit him. About 30 odd yards out. The angle isn't that he should be too worried about. So here goes Purcell. Goes relatively low at this one and goes accurate and puts that over the bar. That's his first one of the second half and his fourth in total. 2-9 he got the last day out against Offaly. He has 4 today. Quigley again gets plenty on that. Micheál O'Tierney really followed that, but just jumped out of his hand as he seemed to have it there, and it's back in favour of Dublin now. Joe Shepherd goes back as far as Costello now. Costello has it. There is space in the far side of the field. They're trying to exploit that. He's trying to play it in as far as Graham. The ball just won the race. It's gone out and it's going to be a line ball to Wexford, and nothing had happened there. But Dublin maybe started to come into it slightly. They're looking up the scoreboard. They're seeing they're 2 points down with 19 minutes or so to go, and they're trying to change that. But Wexford here with the home support behind them won't want to give that up easy. They're yet to really settle in this second half though, as it's Dublin who win that possession again, and now they've worked it out with a couple of players running left and right, and Daniel O'Kelly, the judge, have been fouled there, and it's a free there right between the 45 and the 65, and out comes David Purcell again. This one is slightly further out. The angle is slightly easier, but David Purcell has 4 already, so he'll fancy it from here. The breeze has kicked up since he took the last one, and probably isn't helping him. It's blowing diagonally into his face, so again a hard one to read, but he'll give it his all. The Kilmacud Crokes man. So here comes Purcell, trying to bring this to just a 1 point game. The umpire takes a look at that, the goalie takes a look at that, and we're gone to the white flag, and that is a fine score given the conditions, and David Purcell gets number 5 for the day. He's second in the second half. He got 3 in the first half, 3 frees and 2 from play, and just 1 point in this one now as that one drops to Cian O'Connor, the Wexford number 14. He saw what the other number 14 did at the other end, the Dublin one. He wants to get into the game. Lovely ball inside, in as far as Cooney coming down, good tag. The ball is going around like a pinball inside there. Where is it to go? The Dublin goalie took a chance there, did a little pirouette as he came out. Harry Curley, he got away with it though, and that one is cleared down as far as Fionn Murphy now. Fionn Murphy loses footing at the last minute, but holds on to the ball more importantly. Oh, that was a risky one. The crowd here took in a sigh there as that one came across, but again it seems to have worked out, and Dublin have managed to work the ball out past their own 45. It's still there on the ground, and Wexford, maybe they have it here, but they're slightly outnumbered. A Hurley goes there and just knocks it a bit further away from the Dublin goal. The ball on the ground now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There must be 7 or 8 lads trying to get this one up, and it's a Dublin man who comes away with that one. Is Daniel O'Kelly. Daniel O'Kelly plays it inside. There isn't a huge amount of Dublin men in there, but one man in there is David Purcell. David Purcell loses it. Brilliant piece of defending there from Wexford. Just cleared out, and then the old brick flick, Waterford style out there. Good defending from Wexford point of view. They will be happy with that. Can they get some impetus from that as it's left down inside? In as far as Cooney again. In fact, it's not Cooney, it's Hyland. Hyland has it in, goes back out as far as Doyle. Doyle, he scored 1-3 in that first half, yet to score in this second half, but Wexford have a chance to score here again. Is that Cooney has picked up the ball? Eventually it is. He gives a little fist pump. He was happy with that. He came on at half time and he has got a score, and Wexford will feel they needed that one. He came on, he looked confident, struck that and struck it over the crossbar. 1-7 to 1-5, and that just pushes them 2 points further clear, or pushes them into a 2-point lead, and one they'll want to hold for the next 15 minutes or so. Dublin have it back though again, and they're driving down the line. Kilduff then got a tackle there. The referee says it was all fair. Kilduff isn't happy about it. He slams the ball back down off the ground. He wanted to take that line ball quickly, but he's told no, it's not going your way, it's going the Wexford men's way, and Jack Dunn is going to take it. So Jack, what does he see in front of him? Does he see any runners? No, it's fairly stagnant in front of him. The referee is saying he's actually having a word there, is he, with a couple of players telling him go back a little bit. There's a bit of a I don't get to know you session going on there between Daly O'Toole and Micheál O'Tierney, but it's quickly taken, the ball goes over both their heads, and out there comes Ronan O'Neill, who came in there at full back in place of Liam Dargan. You received a fairly hefty shoulder there and he went to ground. There's another Wexford player having a little chat there with Matt referee Adam Keenahan of Offaly, and probably another yellow card going to be issued here. Wexford have already 2 players on yellow cards, Kieran Doyle and Joe O'Leary. I think that's going to be Keane O'Connor is going to get another one. So yeah, that looks like it was Keane O'Connor gets his yellow, and potentially another sub coming on for Wexford. It looks like their number 21, Tom Dempsey, is warming up down there in front of us. And that sub will be happening shortly, I'd imagine. But not just yet, as Dublin have a free. William Wheatley of Navina back inside his own 45. The referee blows the whistle and says, come on, let's get going. And he goes with that one, fairly central and high, dropping inside there. He's looking for Graham, he's looking for anyone he can get with a Dublin jersey really, and they have someone. It's knocked back outside. It's O'Tierney. O'Tierney has it now. He's been pushed back to the 45, but he still has the ball. They're trying to send him toward the sideline. He's too strong though. He cuts back inside as far as Purcell now. Purcell bearing down and goal. He was fouled there was a push in the back, it looked like, from Ben Harper, as David was going down towards the goals. He's gotten to ground. It's going to be a free, a chance for him to step up and take this free himself and make it number 6 for him for the day. Dublin on 1-5, David Purcell on 5. Conor Newton with the only other score for Dublin. And again, the referee's having a word there, one of the Wexford defenders. Not easy to be fouled and get up and take the free yourself, but we've seen Purcell do it already in this game successfully. And we hope to do the same again now. And again, bring this back to 1 point. Again, this is probably one of the easier ones he's had today. Is there a chance David might decide I'm going to go for a goal from here? There's only 3 on the line. He could fool him, I'd say, if he goes for it. It looks like Paddy Quigley is ready, but you could imagine David Purcell will probably just knock this over. Plenty of time left. There is only 2 points in this game. So here goes Purcell. Yeah, there was no question but that he was going to go for the point. He knocked that over. That's 6 for him now in total. And it looks like number 22, Conor Fanning, could also be coming on there from a Dublin perspective. And that seems to be happening now. So Conor Fanning of Liam Mellows coming onto the field, and he is replacing Dara Kilduff, who put in a huge performance there today. And the number 9, Sean Hyland of Wexford, has also come off. I think Tom Dempsey went on instead of him. We'll keep an eye out. Can we see the number 21 of Tom Dempsey on the field in the next couple of minutes, as that one is dropping there again. Again, not one cleanly, but good roll. If you don't see that too many times in a bit of a ruck, nearly comes out. It's still there. Now it has eventually come out for Jack Nolan. Jack, he sees a runner outside. That runner was Daly O'Toole. Daly O'Toole has it now. He just dropped it, but he gets it in the second attempt. He's still going forward, goes inside for a bit of support. Back outside as far as Jamie Doyle. Jamie Doyle on his left hand side. He hit that one quickly. Did he hit it accurately? Yes, he did. Listen to that crowd as Jamie Doyle gets his first score of the second half. That's 1-4 for him. 1-4 for the Shelmaliers, man. And Wexford needed that one to go back. They're just keeping that 2-point margin there all the time. And that's all they need, they'll feel. We mentioned it earlier, whoever tops the group will go straight into the semi-final. Second in the group, go into the quarter-final. Third in the group, go into preliminary quarter-final. So a lot to play for in every game here in this Leinster Minor Championship. And that one's gone back out over the line. Wexford wanted to take it quickly. It looked to be Carley wanted to take it. I think there was a call there. Jack Dunn said no, leave it. And believe it or not, it's starting to rain here again in Wexford. The sunny southeast. It's shown us all the weathers today. And the players, I suppose, are just trying to get used to one kind of conditions, then it changes again, and now they come out there. That one was well taken by Joe Shepherd. Joe Shepherd, oh, what a pass in there as far as Newton. Newton then spotted a gap inside in as far as Graham. Graham has it out by the line, just didn't bounce right for him and gives Kinsella a chance to pick up the scraps. And now he's coming out, but he's been stood up there by David Purcell. The referee says he stood him up illegally. There was a chance for Dublin there if they were slightly sharper, but Wexford stood up to that really well, didn't let Anton in past them, and there's still 2 points to the good. 10 minutes to go here as Paddy Quigley is about to take this one. A couple of players running up the line for them. What's he going to do with it? He goes to the far side of the field, the far sideline. It's bouncing. Who's on to it? There seems to be a bit of a push there, maybe come in on Liam Cooney. The referee seems to ignore it, and he's given a free out to Dublin now just inside their own 45, and across comes William Wheatley to take this one. These sides met last year in an absolute thriller with Wexford coming out on top. That one finished 3-21 to 2-23. What a game that was. We've got a decent game here today, but maybe not on the scoreboard. That one has worked outside. Another good chance coming in from Lupton. Has he got a score? Yes, he has. He's again not on the field terribly long, but he looked sharp as he picked that one up and struck it over the crossbar. Again, just 1 point in this. And what have we, about 9 minutes of normal time plus whatever will be added on again, but it was good work and a good score there by Lupton. Dropping. Wexford have it now. They've worked the ball all the way there as far as Jamie Doyle. Jamie Doyle scored a point a few seconds ago for Wexford. Good ball across. Just wasn't held the first time, but it's still there. There is still a bit of space. Throw it up for himself there. It looks like Cooney has it, but he's lost it back there again as far as Nolan. Now Jack Nolan. He's looking at the goals. Can he get a score? Yes, he can. Good score from Jack Nolan. His first of the day, but he looked confident as he struck that. And again, every time Dublin bring it down to 1, Wexford managed to get the ball up the field and push it back out to 2 again. As Harry Curley takes this puck out, dropping there, not one cleanly, it's still on the ground. Daly O'Toole is involved with that, so are a couple of the Dublin players. But it looks like it's a Wexford man who's come out with it. He has won his side the advantage. If he wanted, the referee says no, play on, you got your advantage there as that one is dropping in. Again, the Dublin defence look teak tough there as it comes back outside. Tom Dempsey now. Tom Dempsey, good block there, came in, a brave one came in there from Ronan O'Neill. He felt that. It was completely accidental from Tom Dempsey's point of view. He just followed through and made a connection there with Ronan O'Neill's shoulder, and Ronan felt that one. But once he gets over the initial bang and sting, he'll look up and realise the ball didn't go over, and he saved his side. So it's still just 2 in this one, 1-9 to 1-7. So hopefully Ronan will be okay to play on. Presume he will. It was a bang on the shoulder. A sore one all the same, but he should be okay to play on. Dublin play Kerry next Friday in Portlaoise, while Wexford will play Offaly in Birr. Both those games are on next Friday. And he's up and he looks to be okay. And what has the referee decided? There seems to be a Wexford man with the ball in his hand. Has he given a free in? We'll just have to wait and see. So this will be added on at the end. It is a free into Wexford. Oh, it's a runner coming short. That runner is Carley. Is he going to go to Carley? No, he's not. It looks like Jamie Doyle. Oh, he is. Jamie Doyle has spotted Carley's run, or wasn't. In fact, now he spotted Daly O'Toole's run. Maybe he should have just struck that over the bar and made it slightly more complicated. when there was a chance just to simply knock that one over the bar. Tom Dempsey involved in this one again. He was involved a couple of seconds ago to win that free for Wexford. It's still there. It's got a little bit scrappy, but you have to allow for the conditions. And these players only under 17, so not easy to have the most fluent hurling at all times, but they've given us a huge expedition of hurling. Brilliantly done there. Did Micheál O'Tierney stay in? There's different views on the sideline from both sets of supporters, depending on what colour you're wearing. He did manage to stay in, or he was fouled is the official decision, and it's going to be a free now for Joe Shepherd. 2 points, a dangerous lead in hurling. So here goes Joe, plays that down the narrow side. No Dublin player seemed to react, and that was brilliantly taken there in the air by Daly O'Toole of Wexford. He puts back down to where it came from. Luke Mooney now. Luke has it. It's not easy to get out of here. 2 Wexford men stand him up. They don't let him out. The Wexford crowd love to see that, as O'Connor and O'Leary came in on top of him. But Dublin just work it out, and the crowd starting to get lively. They're still really starting to get into it here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. They love to see that. They love to see players giving it their all. And it's Dublin who get a free out of that one. Colin Carley there is having a chat with the match referee. Possibly another yellow card coming here. That would be number 4 from a Wexford perspective, and it is the man whose brother Dara is the Wexford under-20 captain. So plenty of GA going on in that household. Of course, his father was selector, or is a selector with Wexford Camogie team as well. So it's non-GA, non-stop GA talk in that house. The ball is knocked down now inside the 45, just kicked clear there and kicked out over the line, and it is going to be a line ball now to Dublin as that was kicked out by Jack Dunn. Daniel O'Kelly now teeing this one up for himself. There's a bit of space inside if they can exploit it. Daniel O'Kelly. Daniel goes across the field. There is a bit of space over there. Dublin look to have a couple of numbers if they can turn this into something. Looks like Purcell has the ball again. Goes one way, then the other. Purcell, can he get the strike on here? He did really well to get into a bit of space, and he did really well to strike that over the crossbar. His 3 scores in that second half all came from frees, so he gets one there from play. And 2 changes there for Wexford. Number 23, Stephen Walsh, has come on, and number 24, Robert Cahill, are into the fray for the last, 5 minutes of normal time. The crowd acknowledged them as they go off the field. Now that one is dropping between the 265s again. Oh, well taken. What great hands in the air. That's just pulled out of the sky by Lupton. He has a point already and has made a big contribution to today's game. The management will think will have to start it the next day, but it's Wexford who have the ball now as that one is knocked in to the man who's not onto the field very long. That one there was Stephen Walsh. Walsh has it. Walsh looks like he was fouled there, but he's come out with it. It's going to be a free out. And again, we're pausing slightly, which will all be added on as we approach the 57 minutes, so 3 minutes of normal time, but you'll expect at least 3, possibly even 5 minutes to be added on this one. And we're only 1 point in this game. There'll be no one leaving early. I hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching around the world as Dublin take this one. Their centre back, William Wheatley. William again keeps that pretty central where there's a ruck of players. He was looking for David Purcell. David doesn't get on it, but Wexford have it again themselves. They're coming out. There was maybe a late tackle there as Charlie Roke was coming out. He's delighted with himself having won the free. A real inspirational piece of play as Dublin introduce another sub. Garrod Flannery looks to be coming onto the field as well, number 20. So he is on for the last however long the referee decides to play. So he comes into the field and replaces number 8, Tommy Costello. So free out for Wexford. Jack Dunn. Jack Dunn again drops out in around the house. Not picked up cleanly, but it's still there. There still might be a bit of danger. Tom Dempsey doing his best to disrupt, and the Dublin defence is trying to throw at him. It's still there. They're still rucking for this one. They're still mauling it out. They still eventually got it away. Dublin coming strong, driving out. The referee says play on. That one has gone to ground. It's picked up quickly, turned and strike. Robert Cahill. He's only on. Oh, it's gone wide. The crowd here really liked that one. The crowd here definitely thought that was gone over. They cheered, but the umpire said no, that went to the right and wide. It remains 1-9 to 1-8. Good strong block coming in there from Carley as Dublin are looking to clear it out. but there's still a bit of controversy over that last effort by Robert Cahill, but the referee and his officials seem to have made their decision. That one went to the right and wide. Now line ball coming up here, goes down the line. Dublin look to be the favourites to get onto this one, but they've just lost it at the last minute. Out there came Daniel O'Keefe again. As I say, the crowd really getting into this. I hope you can get the atmosphere from wherever you're watching as Wexford come onto this. Another high tank come in, and everyone rises to their feet here in Wexford Park. Everyone with any bit of purple and gold in him seems to come up off their seats there and cheer that tackle as Wexford have a chance to again maybe steady themselves. The wind is definitely going against them at the moment, and Dublin have had them under the cosh for a considerable amount of time. It's going to be Daniel O'Kelly now who's going to get a yellow card, it looks like. He didn't really agree with the referee, but it doesn't matter, he gets a yellow card. He got a point the last day out against Offaly. He has yet to score here today, but he's got himself a yellow card, and it's going to be Jamie Doyle to go again. 1-4 to his name so far. He's taking this into a fairly strong breeze, throws it up high to give himself a chance as he launches everything he has behind that, but it goes to the right and wide. And we still have absolutely nothing in this game. 1-8 to 1-9 in favour of the home side, and the home side are starting to get loud now. They want to cheer their boys home for the last 5 or 6 or however long it's going to be played. We've got 10 seconds of normal time, but there will be a substantial amount added on. You'd imagine we're talking 3 to 5 minutes, I'd be guessing. Wexford have won that one again pretty cleanly as it's up to Doyle again. Doyle goes one way then the other, back inside where there's a bit of space. That one's a good hand pass in as far as Jack Dunn. Jack Dunn plays it in. It's 2-on-2 inside the 21. It's dropping, and Dublin have the numbers there. They do well. Brave there by Papalardo. Papalardo's holding his hand after that one. He's still holding his hand, but Dublin have the free out, and he'll be happy that he threw himself into that. His team will thank him for that, as there might have been danger. He's just shaking off his hand there a small, but he seems to be okay, and it is a free out. Harry Curley is going to take this one. We're listening out to the official. We can see the linesman putting up his hand. I think he said 4 minutes. I think he's saying is going to be the official amount of time to be added on there. We're going to hear announced in a couple of minutes, but Dublin have it. Now they're driving forward again through Newton. Connor Newton got the goal in the first half. Goes back as far as O'Kelly, who got a yellow card a couple of seconds ago. Here comes O'Kelly, who's falling over as he struck that, but got enough on it to cause a bit of danger. Just wasn't good enough, or wasn't, I suppose, favouring Callum Graham enough on this occasion. And there we have the official announcement. 4 minutes of additional time to be added on at the end of this one, and we've already played one of them. We're into the 61st minute, so 3 minutes, just a point in this one. It really can go either way. One slip, one mistake, one moment of genius, and who knows what could happen here. Wheatley now of Dublin trying to get onto that. It's still there, it's still not coming up too easy. It's pulled there by Liam. Jack Dunn puts that one back there as far as Joe Shepherd. Joe Shepherd has lost it. Now there's a chance, now going forward there. That was Conroy, he played it inside, but Dublin does have enough, or Cooney even, Dublin does have enough numbers inside, and it's worked out as far as Tiernick losing his foot in there, but he holds onto the ball. He kept it in play, he played it back outside, and Dublin still have it, and they're showing real ferocity and tenacity as they drive out here. Again, the man who's out over the line was the ball. Again, right down there you can see Michael Jacob giving this absolutely everything, giving fist pumps left, right and centre. Michael Jacob will be very happy with how his charges have gone in the last few minutes. He'll be hoping to get out of this with a win. He has about 2 minutes and 10 seconds to hope for that. With a couple of Dublin men down, one down here to our right. I think it's just cramped though, and he will be okay to play on for the last few minutes in what has been an enthralling game. The linesman here trying to keep the players off the field. Not even the players. He keeps the players on the field. He's trying to keep the backroom staff, the Wexford and Dublin backroom staff, both eager to get involved in this last few minutes, trying to give their team any little last bit of inspiration that they can provide. Just 1 point in this, anything can tip it. And it looks like Wexford are going to make another change there to Corey Ryan, number 17, possibly coming on for the last few minutes. And Corey Ryan is on, as it looks like Jack Dunn has come off the field, suffering from a little bit of cramp potentially. He looks to be in a little bit of distress, but he's okay. He came off, as you mentioned, around a similar time the last day out against Kerry as well, but was well able to play it today and put in a huge performance. Now Dublin back in possession of the ball, back, little stick pass back inside is Joe Shepherd. Joe is fouled, and now we have a free. We've played 63 minutes, so officially we're only meant to have 1 more minute added on, but there was a stoppage during that, so you'd imagine there'll be at least another minute. We'll just have to wait and see as Dublin players start to move forward. They need to go in around the Housedale field. That one comes across from Wheatley. It's dropping. Who's it dropping to? It looks like it's going to be a Dublin man over there who's onto it. O'Kelly trying to get onto that, but a little flick came in over the top and stopped O'Kelly picking up the ball as Wexford come out again. Goes low down inside. There's only one Wexford man in there. That one is Walsh. Walsh plays that back outside. Wexford have the ball. They just want to hold on to it at this stage. Played that ball inside again. Not really won cleanly. It looks like Tom Dempsey has it again. Tom Dempsey goes back as far as Doyle. Doyle plays that over the top, and there might be a move on here for Wexford and keep it going. Oh, brilliant interception there from a Dublin point of view. Now they have it. Now they have a chance. They might have one last attack in him as this one comes to Joe Shepherd. Joe Shepherd launches out as hard as he can down around the melting pot. Where's it going to go? It's still there. Oh, it come outside to Callum Graham. He couldn't get it the first time. It's still there though. Dublin still moving forward with this one. Moving forward through O'Tierney. Still O'Tierney on the ball. Wexford, the whole of Wexford is behind him. Into Callum Graham. Callum Graham, oh, really good goalkeeping. The umpire said it was a wide. It looked like good goalkeeping from up here, but either way it's no score, and there remains 1-9 to 1-8 in favour of Wexford. What a move from Dublin though. It was more about attrition than any real skill, but either way they managed to work it all the way into the goal. The shot just didn't come off as well as Callum Graham would have liked, and it goes out and wide. So 1-9 to 1-8. We played 64 and a half minutes. We were only meant to get 4 minutes additional time, but there has been plenty of stoppages in that 4 minutes, so you'd imagine there'll be another minute or two. We're going to have another stoppage now as Paddy Quigley, who was brave, who came out. Again, from our vantage point, it looks like he did enough to put the ball from going into the net. The umpires down there said it was a straight wide. Maybe you had a better view on the camera from wherever you're watching, but it doesn't matter. The main thing that matters is Wexford 1-9, Dublin 1-8. And it's going to be Paddy Quigley to puck this one out. He'll be trying to get this ball as far away from his own goal as possible. Where's he going to go? He goes pretty central. It's dropping there. Hard to tell who's favourite to get this ball. It looks like it's going to drop down as far as Murphy. The Fionn Murphy of Dublin has it. He's gone to ground. The ball has gone to ground. Still there. Still being fought for. It's jumping around the place. The ball and all the players. But it's Dublin who have it again. They've got it up through Lupton. Lupton feeds it on as far as O'Kelly. O'Kelly up to the 45. Still O'Kelly going for it. Can he get the shot away? It looks like he has. Has it drifted? It has. It's drifted to the left and wide. And the crowd here cheered on as if it went over from a Wexford perspective. But their supporters delighted. That was a chance for O'Kelly. He did everything right, just his shot at the end squirmed off his hurley, went off to the left and wide, and the referee has said he's seen enough. 1-9 to 1-8 is the final score. Dublin gave it their all, Wexford gave it their all, but it was Wexford who come away with the win in the end. They might feel slightly lucky, the Wexford crowd will, but they'll feel they deserved it too. Dublin will feel maybe if O'Kelly had just struck that one slightly better. I suppose he was under huge pressure as he struck it. They had a couple of chances in the first half as well. They must have struck 4 or 5 points in the opening, or 4 or 5 wides in the opening 10 minutes. It's something they'll look back and can improve on. But that is the beauty of this Leinster Minor Championship. They have plenty more games to come. This is Group 1, Round 2, Tier 1, so there's plenty more matches to come. As we mentioned already, in this group we have Wexford, Dublin, Offaly and Kerry. Of that group, whoever wins it will go straight into the Leinster semi-final. If you come second, you go into the quarter-final. If you come third, you still get another chance. You're into the preliminary quarter-final. So loads of hurling to go. This will bring on both teams a huge amount. With a really entertaining game here. I've been Paul Jenkins. Thanks very much for your company. Thanks to John Nolan here on camera and everyone back at base. So the final score here in Wexford. Actually, just before I go, we're going to try and get an interview with the winning manager there, Michael Jacob. No doubt be delighted. And just to maybe announce the clubber man of the match, there was plenty of contenders there for it. Lots of players gave it their all. You got like your likes of Jack Nolan, Colin Carley, Jason Rossiter. In the back then you had Charlie Rourke, Niall Furlong was great, so Kieran Doyle at times. But I suppose the player of the match for his contribution to the first half alone would go to Jamie Doyle, number 11. He finished with 1-4 by my reckoning. 2 frees, 1-5 he got even, 3 from play, 1, let's just do the maths on this to make it 100% right, 1-4 he got, 1 from a free and the rest from play. And really he was huge, especially in the first half, so we will give him the man of the match. We'll be hoping to catch him off air. Keep an eye on our social media channels to keep an eye out for that interview, or those interviews even. Thanks very much for your company, and we'll be back with you again soon.